Hello, everybody. Georgie, you there?
Yes.
We're gonna wait a few more minutes so that people can play through their ads and whatnot. Yeah. What's up? How are you doing?
How am I doing?
Yeah.
Good. I'm still laughing at the alien thing.
The aliens. Ugh. Why don't you give people the scoop?
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys have seen the funny thing that's been circulating the internet as of last night with the Galactic Federation. But if you've not, it's a pretty funny read. I just like the end comment here where it says Global News also reached out to the Galactic Federation about the issue. The aliens did not respond by press time. That kind of got me a little bit. Oh my god. But yeah, I won't talk too much about it, but it's pretty funny. About an ex-space chief talking about how there's a galactic federation that's existed for years, how we just don't know about, and humanity is not ready, and it's really funny.
I can't believe such major news channels are talking about it.
Like we got Global News, NBC, the Jerusalem Post. It's everywhere on Twitter. Everyone's making funny jokes about it. Some of them are really funny.
I mean, you gotta learn about space and spaceships, right?
Space and spaceships. The most professional term to call a spacecraft is a spaceship.
Oh.
And they said the Galactic Federation is akin to that of Star Trek. I'm like, okay, guys. Oh my god.
Hi JPL. Hi KikiBW2. Sorry you missed last week. I'm glad to see you appreciate the streams. Elephant Lady, glad to see you made it. We're cruising at 40 people. I'm gonna go.
You ready?
I'm ready.
KK.
Official script engage. Hello and welcome back to Bushwhacker Weekly with Georgia and Nick. We are the active developers of the game Bushwhacker 2, Codename Entertainment's oldest running game. I'm Nick, your programmer, designer, content creator, and community manager, and with me is Georgia. What do you do, Georgia?
I do all the pretty shiny stuff for the game.
Makes the game look pretty.
Yes.
It's a big part of the appeal. And behind the scenes, we have Sasha moderating the chat today. Thank you, Sasha. As always, there's a coupon code in the top left of the stream, which you can redeem for in-game Questers Satchels. 1. To supplement your adventures across Bushwhackia. We'll be here for an hour to answer your questions, give you some updates, and just chat. Elephant Lady says she does all the wonderful graphics. Truth.
Yes, I do.
JPL, you got a topaz from the code? Neat, neat. Thank you to those of you who submitted your fairy ferret coloring sheets last week. They all look great. Georgia, why don't you show them off?
All right, it's showcase time. Okay, let me zoom out here. This was the most submissions we've gotten? Is that what you said, Nick?
Yeah, we had 11 last week, and now we have 14.
Nice. All right, so we're going to start off with Flybaby. Their first submission, because they did 2 lovely pictures. I really like the vignette.
Yeah, the vignette
is
cool.
Very nice. It really focuses on the center of the colors, which I like how there's still like, it's not just white and then a vignette, it's got a nice pink gradient to it.
Yeah. Oh, and the signature plus the vignette makes it look like you're in an art gallery with like a lamp focused on it.
Mm-hmm. I really like it. It really makes the colors pop. You got some pattern texture in there. That's pretty cool.
Nice work. Nice work.
I really like this one. I think the colors are really nice. because blue and orange are opposites. So they're complementary, and it really makes the whole thing pop. It just looks really soft too.
That looks fantastic.
Yeah, nice job, Fly Baby. These turned out great. And we got our first one from Barb Zach because they submitted 2. So this one's got some browns going on.
I like the palette, very natural.
Very earthy tones. And second one here has a little speech bubble saying hi there. That's pretty cute. Got some nice purples and greens going on here. Periwinkle is always one of my favorite colors to draw with, just because it's so light. I like a lot of light pastel colors and stuff like that.
Barb Zach was telling me that she was trying to go for like a fuzzy effect for the fur. You could see her kind of going outside the lines intentionally. I think it's a cool
effect. Making it kind of like fluffy looking.
Yeah.
Next one's by Elephant Lady.
Whoa, it's like a inverted color palette.
Yeah, this it reminds me of those coloring things I'd get when I was a kid. They'd be black and velvety, and you'd color in. I can't remember what they're called.
Oh.
Yeah, for some reason it reminds me of them. Yeah, like they would have like black, and they'd be like velvety, and they'd have some parts where you could color in, but most of the palette would be black. And then you'd color in some parts. It kind of reminds me of this for some reason.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Very neat. Next one's by Forging a Heart. I really like this color scheme. It really does come across as citrus sherbet, so that's a perfect title for it.
Wait, is this the one by... No. Someone submitted a piece of... a submission from their child, which has an adorable...
Oh, yeah, that's a bit later.
Yeah, that'll come later. This one's great, though. Yeah.
Yeah, this one... It's really soft color scheme. I really like the light tones. Awesome work.
They did different colors for the fur than the tummy. I should have done that. I failed.
Did you not make the fur and the tummy different colors?
You'll see.
Oh my god. This is by Helzu.
Also great.
Like the browns and the yellows.
Big contrast on the wings there. Good.
Very, very nice.
Kinda
I like how the beans pop out.
The beans, yeah.
The beans, the toe beans. And this one is also by Helzu. We got the little face up here.
Scary cat eye lips face in the corner.
Did Helzu submit 2 or 3?
3, but named 2 and 3.
Oh, okay. So 2, named 2 and 3.
I should have renamed them.
How dare you?
Helzu,
I was just like, no, I didn't.
Third, then I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was just like, is there a third one? I don't have 3 open here. But yes, I really like this face up here. That's so funny.
It's part of the signature.
But yeah, it's nice colors on this one too. Very well done. So it's by Kiki AR. I really like the color schemes of this one. This one's very nice. I really like the gradients on the wings.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice those.
Those
are great.
Very soft colors though. I really like it.
Oh,
very
colored
natural.
The leaves in the logo. Nice.
I never colored the logo. I feel bad.
Shame.
I know. This one was done by Fagrus's daughter. And they added the little backstory, which is kind of cute.
What is the backstory?
She's a sister of Alia.
This is Lixie.
This is Lixie. It's a girl, and she also has birthmarks.
And sister to the griffin that they also drew.
Oh,
yeah,
gotcha.
They're crafting this continuity around the characters they're drawing. That's cute.
That's pretty cute. Very cute colors there.
Great palette.
Next one is done by Nick.
He's my guy.
You got some cool shading in there, the black and the blue.
Oh yeah, thank you. It's my pencil crayons again.
Yeah, you got some nice gradients on the wings, it looks like. Got lighter tips.
Thank you. Yeah, it's pretty easy to grab the gradient with pencil crayon. You just
Mm-hmm.
Wear it down more. I
Until
also,
there's nothing left.
yeah, I used my weird gray pencil crayon that comes out light brown for the fur.
Oh yeah, you used on the Griffin, didn't you?
Yeah. It kind of got
Yeah.
blown out when I scanned this one. I won't lie.
I like how you added a white tip to the tail. That's pretty neat.
Thank you. That's art right there.
Yeah, that's wow. You should have my job, Nick.
No.
And this one was done by Fagris himself.
Mhm.
I really like the light yellow with the contrast
Yeah.
with the orange. It's very nice, and the wings really pop.
All
Oh,
the-
and I like the blue actually a
Oh, I
lot
didn't
too
notice
with the
that, yeah.
accents. Yeah, that's
The
really
blue nose
cool.
and beans.
Mhm. Again, very good because opposites of the orange, so they really pop.
Noticing lots
Really
of like
nice.
line colorings for the ferrets.
Mhm.
It's very cool.
Probably because it's got kind of like a mane type thing
Yeah, that's
going
true.
on.
Yeah.
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 And then this was mine that I did this morning.
Nice. Oh, kept some white in there. Nice.
Yeah, I usually base them off the pet colors because I'm like, I don't know, I'm not creative this early in the morning.
So funny hearing from you.
Yeah, I just roll out of bed. I'm like, oh no. But I like seeing everybody's interpretations with all the different cool color schemes they can do. That always makes me smile. And last but not least is Madman's Fairy
Madman.
Ferret.
Yeah, and
Got
this
some cool neon colors going on here.
they were saying they had like vectorized the graphic, like they traced all the lines and made vectors out of it and then did it.
Oh, really? That's pretty cool.
I mean, we totally killed it by saving it as a PNG anyway, but
Yeah,
Photos.
the file wouldn't work for some reason. It was very strange. So I had to resave it as a PNG. But nonetheless, this looks really good.
Yeah, it turned out great, and it sounded like a fun project for them to
Yeah,
apply
yeah,
that.
definitely. So that was today's showcase. All very lovely submissions as usual.
Thank you, everyone. These all look fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Clap, 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 clap,
Clap, clap.
clap. Check on the chat. Check on the questions. Elephant Lady says, how do I change my name here? I'm assuming you're gonna have to go into your, someone might have already answered this already. Let me pull up the chat. Something to do with your Twitch account. Look in your profile. I'm not a Twitch expert. I'm sorry.
How dare you? Should know the answers to everything, Nick.
Morgan LeFay, welcome. I don't recall seeing your name in the chat before. Says, hi, thanks for the awesome works. You have provided me many years of entertainment. Thank you. Thank you for
Aw.
playing.
Yes, of course.
Beatings Galore, welcome back. Says, again, awesome implementation of the Trinket Sets. So glad you like that feature.
Woo!
It's available since level 75, so I figured it would be a very common, popular, and integral for some players. So I really wanted to give it that extra coat of polish, you know? Know what I'm saying? Elephant Lady says, I started using the Trinket Sets yesterday. I love it.
Awesome.
JPL votes for Flybaby. I'm assuming that's for their submissions. It's that vignette.
Yeah, the vignette was very nice.
Elephant Lady says, awesome coloring Flybaby. How do we change the name here? Arcane Vengeance. Welcome. Haven't seen your name in chat either. Thank you all of the codename peoples. I have loved playing Bushwhacker and all of your games. I am almost done unlocking the new Trinket Sets. Oh. Welcome. Well, I hope you continue enjoying the game. If you, I don't know if you're approaching the level at which it unlocks, or if you're just churning your way through the quest you need to do to unlock it, which I had fun putting together. That was neat. But I do hope you enjoy. Arcane Vengeance hasn't finished the coloring pages yet.
Oh no.
In the middle of my finals this week. Was planning on doing them during winter break. A student.
Oh.
Best
That'll
of
be
luck,
really
dear
cool to
student.
see a bunch of submissions, even if they're of past coloring sheets.
Yeah, at this point, I don't see any reason why we couldn't show some older ones.
Mm-hmm.
Elfin Lady says, "Nice, Nick. Thank you for my consistently." I picked the color set of blue and black again, and as I started, I'm like, this is the one I did for the other ones too.
It's okay. Mine have mostly been like orange because like all the pets I've been doing for fall and everything, I'm like, oh, I'll do fall pets to like make it appropriate. And I've noticed, oh, lots of the fall pets I've done have all been like orange and yellow.
That autumn palette.
Mm-hmm.
I do like to do something unlike, I don't know, if it's an animal, something that's not the usual coloring of it, but still I try to make it as believable as possible.
So you go for the blues and the blacks.
Which I say this and it just turns into like a raven coloring or
Yeah.
something like that. Hey, KTBW says Nick used more colors this time.
Your skills are evolving, Nick.
Thank you. Elephant Lady, question. This is from some in my Discord. What is the possibility of having an option to turn the snow off? The snow? Do we
have snow?
I don't think Bushwhacker has like a snowing weather effect. The effect we have fairly regularly gotten requests to turn off is the cool water effect Mark did back in the underwater zone, which is like a cool distorted wave effect that can make some people a bit nauseous. Oh, they mean like on your ranch? If it is the ranch theme you're thinking of, we automatically change the seasons on your ranch. It changes the tile set from like spring, summer, autumn, winter. Winter has snow. If you want to turn those off, you can buy ranch themes on Amicus Isle from the I want to say the decorator. They're there. Oh, what are they called? They all have people in chat. I'm sure you know who I'm talking about, but yeah, you can change it to whichever ranch theme you'd like. So you could buy the spring one if you wanted to have spring forever. Hope that answers your question. Kiki BW, Nick, is the Deadpool's area named after the movie? Because there's a wade next to the fishing site. Look at character, he even has a samurai sword. By the way, are Japanese symbols coming out of the word? There are Japanese symbols coming out of the word. So cool. You got us. A long-standing tradition of Bushwhacker is kind of parodying or sneaking in references to popular culture. This one kind of happened more naturally because Georgia was the inspiration behind the Salt Desert and its unique coloring and palettes and everything. Based on, I think there's a few salt deserts in the real world, but one of them's like really high up in South America, I think. Is that right, Georgia?
Yes, I believe so, yeah.
And they're often depicted with the bones of dead animals and stuff because the salt just is that what happens? Like the salt waves?
Yeah, there's this place, I can't remember where it is because it's been so long now. It's an interesting pool. It's here. I'm gonna quickly look it up so that I'm spreading the right information here. I want to be correct. No, not an actual pool.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Type.
Yeah, lake's water petrifies animals. So there's this person who's taken all these photographs of these birds, and they get calcified. Um, Let me see here. It's talking about it's on the edge of a lake. And I'm just reading this article. Yeah, it is a salt lake,
Mm-hmm.
and it's got something to do with like lava flow and everything.
Lava?
Mhm.
What?
Yeah. But I was inspired by this because it's like the salt levels were higher in it, so it was like a salt lake. And the magma reminded me of like warm acid like type stuff. So then I was looking up acid lakes and stuff, and a lot of them came up with like pink and like red. So I'm like, oh, so I kind of combined like these calcified animals, which look really cool, by the way. If you guys haven't seen these photos, they're actually really well done. Um, they look fake, like they're so perfect. Um, but yeah, they're petrified, and it's due to like the magma under um, the lake itself, and it shoots up heat or something from the lake.
Oh, right. And it like instantly covers them and kills them
Yeah,
and
yeah, like
preserves
an
them at the same
ash.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Let me see. Where did it say? Yeah, it says it's so alkaline that creatures that die and fall and don't decompose and wither, they simply get pickled in a sense.
Pickled? Oh, God.
That's what he said.
Pickled.
Yeah, it on the edge of the lake, it just gets encrusted in salt and stays forever. So they're just perfectly preserved.
Whack. Nature's
Mm-hmm.
wild.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the inspiration for the salt desert. And
Mm-hmm.
as you can see, pools that have a lot of death, we decided to name one Deadpools, which inspired that we had to have a reference to the Deadpool character. So we put a Wade named character who had the outfit that we did, which was a parody of Deadpool and a costume drink. What do we call it? Oh, Death Puddle. Next to the fishing site, and he's got a cool sword and everything. Good catch, KikiBW. Oh, they also... KikiBW says, Salt Desert Island is covered in salt, and when my avatar walks, you can see red footprints plus red crystals everywhere. Maybe another movie reference, like Star Wars Episode 8? I believe it was Dave, one of the co-founders of the company, was walking by George and I working on the Salt Desert and had said, add some footprints in there that'll be like Star Trek, because I think that recently just
Star
came out.
Wars.
Oh my
Nick.
God, you were just talking about Star Wars with the crazy guy at the beginning.
I was talking about Star Trek with the crazy guy. You're getting them confused.
Star Wars with the Salt Planet.
For shame, Nick.
My words are hard. Okay, get out of here.
They are hard. I will agree.
Who said that? And so first says, anyone else having trouble hearing me? Am I quiet? How about now?
I can hear you just fine,
Oh.
but I don't know if it's on their end.
Is this better? Am I loud?
You're really loud now to me.
Well, sorry. Okay, I'm gonna hit some news and then we'll continue with some other questions. Our moderator is saying I am loud now. Dial back. I could just try speaking into the microphone more. I'm bad at that.
But you sound pretty loud to me, so I don't know.
Oh, God. Forging Heart, your voice went deeper. Okay. Okay, I'll dial it down just a smidgen. And now I'm gonna go onto the news. So, Extra Life is currently still on hold. I haven't heard from the owners or organizers about it, but yesterday we had our Bonnie Henry, our what's her position? Health
Administrator?
Health administrator? Anyway, she and the rest of the provincial government related to, wow, this is a lot of words. Anyway, she said she had her announcement about how we'll be moving forward with COVID restrictions, and it looks like they're going to be continuing until January 8th or so. So we'll see what the Codename Entertainment people think about how we're going to do Extra Life given that new information. So more updates on that later. Some people have already commented on Trinket Sets, which went out last week. I'm very happy with the feature. Everyone says, well, we've been getting lots of positive reception.
Woo!
Which is good. Some people asking for more. They want to be able to include their pet mount and sword. The forum when I was asking everyone what they thought about this feature earlier on the forum, it was kind of a mixed bag whether people wanted to include those, so I decided to go through with it without. But should I get some time, I do think it would be more useful if people could have that option. So you might get some additional toggles for that in the future. It was also the question of how do I want to add a toggle for these things in that really like compact UI on the inventory. So that's a bit of a development puzzle. But I'm glad you like it. Also, Arcane Vengeance says, would you do a distanced gaming? A lot of the Extra Life segments are already online only. So it's more just a matter of fact of how we're going to convert the ones that aren't and if they'll still be feasible as online only. But I'm sure we'll make it work. Georgia, apparently you're louder than I am, or was.
Am I?
I don't think it's an issue though. Other bit of news, you can look forward to Generation 13 pets tomorrow. Anything you want to spoil about that, Georgia?
This time there's been a lot of art being done. So this time we were more focusing on a lot of the critters and stuff people have been wanting and requesting that aren't offered as pets. So like the ones you see roaming around and everything. Because I think it'd be cool if everybody had the opportunity to have critters like those as pets.
Which one's your favorite?
Out of the new ones?
Excluding the cool ones you drew, just sort of like.
Here, let me take a look at them again.
Mine's the.
Because I was gonna say, I was gonna say the Luna Moth is probably my favorite, but I drew that one.
Oh, that one's really good.
Oh, I do like the Robo Dwarf. That one's pretty neat.
He's just cute. I can't wait to hatch him out of an egg somehow.
Oh, you know.
You know.
Just don't think about it. But yeah, there's a lot here. I always like I said, including critters that aren't offered as pets because I know when I play certain games and I see critters that I can't have as pets, I'm always like, oh man, but I want that one too.
Mm-hmm. Totally. Yeah, I feel like we're really closing in on anything that is a critter in the game is been petified at some point.
Yeah, I really want to get to that point where all the critters are offered as pets for those who like to collect and everything. I know I'm a huge collector when it comes to games. I want to get like everything and have everything, even if it's useless to me. I'm like, I still want this.
Like in Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, don't get me started on Red Dead Redemption. Okay, so for those,
She's getting started.
I'll make it quick. So, Red Dead Redemption is one of my like all-time favorite games. So I was like very stoked when the second one came out. And so I wanted to get everything in the game. And there was a part in the game where my game glitched, and a weapon that is like super rare and could only be got on this like one mission essentially glitched under a box. So then I was like, oh, I could probably get it later, like, because some weapons you can buy from the store later on if you didn't get them on their corresponding missions. But this one was a one-shot dealy type thing. So when I completed the game, I was looking up all the extra stuff, like where to get it and how to buy it if I've missed it or something. And of course, this weapon was like, oh, you can only get it this one time in this one mission. And I'm like, oh man, no.
It's just
so
rude.
Then I was so sad. And like, there's a compendium in the game for wildlife. So all the animals you come across, because you can hunt animals, you can study animals, you can track animals. There's a compendium for all that stuff. And there's a part in the game where you can never go back to, and there's like animals you can study there. And some of these animals won't show up right away. So you have to spend like a good like 5 hours sometimes to make these animals appear. And I didn't know that because I didn't want to look up spoilers for the game or anything, because I just wanted to enjoy it on like a first playthrough type thing. Mm-hmm. And so I found that out later because I'm like, oh, maybe you can like revisit it somehow to get what you missed. And it's like, no, it was like a one-shot thing. So I'm like, this isn't going to fly. So I restarted my entire game and made sure to get everything. So now I've gotten 100% on literally everything in the game, and I'm finally satisfied.
Truly an achievement.
Yeah, thank you. It's a massive game, but I loved every second of it. I had a lot of fun playing it a second time, and it really, like, at the end it made me cry because it was so emotional. It's just a really good game. It's one of my favorite games. The main protagonist is one of my favorites. He's amazing.
I love it when they can weave a good story in there.
Yeah, like he's got a really good character development considering like how he starts off. Like he really changes as a character. I mean, of course, depending on each person's playthrough of the game, because you can choose to be more corrupt or not, and I chose to be good, of course, and it just makes it so much more touching and sad at the end of the game. He's got a really good character arc, like developing through the game. It was really well done in my opinion. I really liked it.
George's review of Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yes, it was well worth the wait in my opinion. The only major complaint I have is they added all these beautiful horse breeds in the game. Wow. So as someone who likes to collect everything and who really likes animals, you can only have like 4 horses. And in the original Red Dead, you could buy the deed essentially to all the horses in the game. So then you could just call them whenever you want, like on a whim. But in this one, they have like a stable option, which I'm like, that's kind of cool that they've got a stable option, but they limit to how many horses you can have. And like, there's so many breeds. And in an update, they add new horse breeds. But I'm like, everybody's got their stables full. Like, what's the point? Like, yeah. You're gonna add these new horses, and then I'm gonna want them, but then I don't want to give up my old horses. So I'm like, why didn't you make it so you could have more stable space?
Out with the old and with the new.
I'm like, no. And some of them are really rare. Like some of them you could find in the wild, and I'm like, that's really cool. So I always wish that the developers like coming from my point of view, I'm like, I would want to be able to have all the horses, because it would, I don't know, for those players who do like to collect everything, it would lengthen the experience.
Mm-hmm.
And it would kind of make you want to keep playing. Like if you could offer a way to upgrade the stables, spending your money, because you get so much money near the end of the game
Whoa.
that you don't really have anything to spend it on. Because I bought all the outfits. I have like food to last me for like infinity.
That's
I
not
was like,
realistic. It's not gonna. It's not gonna preserve.
it's fine. It's in a can. But I was like, if they added like a cool stable option where you could upgrade stable slots so that you could get these new horses that they updated the game for
Yeah.
and
Another
spend your
progression
money in a
here.
way. Yeah, I'm like that would be kind of cool, because then people like me, I would be playing that game right now if I could like get all these different breeds of horses and have them in a stable.
I do love it when a game like introduces enough systems that it becomes a completely different experience for some people. Like you wouldn't be a cowboy anymore. You'd be like some kind of horse breeder, and you play horse breeder game. It's Red Dead Redemption 2, but
But like the horses are like a huge core part of the game. I think that's why it wasn't just me. Like I was like, am I the only one who wants like a whole bunch of stable space? And there's like a bunch of forums on it,
I bet. I
and
bet.
they just, I'm like, I was really surprised. I'm like, oh, there's no way that they won't add that, because it's a huge request. A lot of people are asking for it because they're like these horse, like the horse breeds, they made them different, like their muscles and um their anatomy, their coloring, like they put a lot of work into it.
Hmm.
And I'm like, if they're gonna put so much work into it, why not make it so that more people can get more horses instead of just getting like the breeds that are the fastest, so they're the most efficient.
Oh,
It kind of. Oh, go ahead.
as a game developer, I'm so sour when AAA games introduce like side systems and things that have so much detail and love that indies couldn't do. But
Yeah.
if like they made that available so that someone could take the amazing horses and that kind of systems that they did for Red Dead Redemption and like spiral it into a really cool game on its own, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, like the game is chock full with stuff in it that makes it so awesome, but I'm just like, I want more horse space, because you guys took the time to make these horses like individual and different. Like, as an artist who works on Bushwhacker, that's why I'm like, well, I want to make the critters available to everyone, because I'm sure there's people out there that are like, oh man, I want that as a critter.
Yeah.
And if I worked on Red Dead Redemption, I'd be like, well, I worked hard on these horses. I want people to be able to have all the
Yeah.
horses.
Forging a Heart
And
says, I would want all the horses too.
yeah, see?
Wisdom
Forging a
over
Heart
beauty.
Texas.
Also, welcome. Hi, haven't seen your name before. Of courses for horses. What fun.
Yeah, I just, they spend a lot of time, and I really admire how they made them all individual. Um, like like they were a huge part of the game. Like some people only play Red Dead for the horses. It's a huge part of the game.
Not
So it always
surprised.
baffled me why they didn't expand on the stable idea when they've got like, I don't know, they've got over 20 breeds of horses, and like
Wow.
some breeds have like 4 different colors per horse.
When did they add the extra breeds? You said it was a recent update?
Yeah, it was, well, recent-ish. It
Oh.
was probably, here, let me look it up.
Like, I was wondering if there's still hope that they would add it in the future.
I don't think so. Unfortunately, all the new updates are for online only,
Oh, yeah, it took that route. Like GTA.
and nobody likes, nobody that I know likes online really. Um, and I'm like, okay, well, you should focus on like both, because most people play Red Dead. Like Red Dead 1 online was really fun. Um, and Red Dead 2 online wasn't as fun. And it wasn't taking off. Like they were hoping it would be kind of like Grand Theft Auto, because that did really well online,
Yeah.
and it just didn't. And they kept focusing on the online when they should have been, like, okay, we will do some stuff for online, but also they could have done some stuff for single player, because that was the best part of the game by far. Um, Everyone was wanting like single player DLC.
Mm-hmm.
Like they did the Undead Nightmare for the first Red Dead, which was super fun.
Yeah, the zombie
And
one. I heard about that.
yeah, it was super successful. So everyone was expecting like something really cool for the second one, maybe like Cowboys versus Aliens type deal or something fun like that, but it never came to be. And
Oh,
it's unfortunate because they did have like little Easter eggs in the game with aliens. It was kind of funny.
that's cool.
Hmm.
We got some questions in chat here. Um, Elephant Lady says, "Can you please add vertical walls for the golf course? I would love that you added the horizontal walls, but need the vertical walls too." That's still on my to-do list. Sorry for the wait, Elephant Lady. I do agree having both kinds of walls would be handy for really getting what you want out of your ranch. Wisdom over beauty. Hi, all peeps. Nick, do you remember the convo about eye color for attributes? Is that still on the list of things to do? That's not an option in the customization menu when you go to your inventory. If it isn't, it's definitely something we have tech for on the developer side when we're creating NPCs, so I can take a look into that for sure. Georgia, someone wanted to know what software you're using.
I am using Clip Studio Paint. I'm actually pretty new to Clip Studio myself. I bought it on sale a couple months ago, I guess. Um, it's a really, really good program. So I use two programs when I do my personal art. Um, I use Clip Studio for outlining because the outlines are just super smooth. Like I used to do all my outlining in Photoshop, but it has a nice feature that it doesn't make your lines really wobbly. It like corrects them, which is nice. So as you can see here, they're pretty smooth when I draw. They're not super like I know on other paint programs the lines can kind of look more like this when you're drawing with them. Um, I find this program's really natural when it comes to doing line work, which I really like. So I do my line work in this program, and then I do my coloring in Photoshop. Um, I find the line work in Photoshop is really wobbly, um, and it isn't as crisp. Um, so I really like Clip. I'm never going back to Photoshop for outlining. It's just this is so much nicer. I do really like coloring in Photoshop still though, because I find it easier to use with the gradients, but that's only because I'm more used to it. Um, Clip also has gradient options that are super simple to use, and it's got a lot of cool brushes. So when I do coloring, I usually do cell shading, so simple shading. Um, but I find Clip has a lot of brushes that are easier to do blending techniques with, or like watercolor effects with. Um, so if you prefer to do like watercolor or painting like styles, Clip Studio has a lot to offer for that. Um, but with me, I do a lot of like gradients and like simple cell shading for a more cartoony look, and I find that that's just as easy to do in Photoshop. And I'm more used to it, so that's why I tend to do it because it's just quicker for me.
Very cool.
Yes, it's a really good program. I recommend it. It goes on sale quite frequently. Um, I think I got the higher end one, which basically I just wanted to get all the bells and whistles. Um, but the regular Clip Studio is just as good. Um, I think sometimes it goes on sale for like $25 or something like that. Let me
Yeah,
double check.
Arcane Vengeance was just saying, "Ooh, that was on sale recently."
Yes, it goes on sale quite a bit. Hang on, let me
Arcane Vengeance
find.
also said, "I've been taking art classes this last year, and I enjoy watching Georgia draw."
Aw,
Kiki BW agrees and can't stop watching.
aw, thank you guys. I love drawing for you guys. Ah, here it is. Um, Yeah, so I got this back in September. Um, and it's been on sale just recently again. So that's just within a couple months. And it had a huge sale. It's 50% off. And the regular version was only $25.
Hmm.
So it was pretty good. I got the fancier one. Um, so it was a bit more, but it goes on sale quite a bit, and it's a pretty good program. Most of my art friends use Clip. They have nothing but good things to say about it. Um, it does take some time to get used to compared to Photoshop, but I got the hang of it pretty quick. Um, another good program is Metabang, but that's more for like mobile and stuff like that. But I've heard that's a really good program too, for line work and the like. Um, yeah, really good program. Definitely recommend. Um, and like I said, it goes on sale quite frequently. So if any of you are interested, just keep an eye out for that, and it should go on sale at some point.
Excellent. Thank you for the
Mhm.
review.
For sure.
Elephant Lady says, I will definitely have to check out Clip. Thank you, Georgia. I used
Problem.
old school Microsoft Picture It 10. I was so mad when they discontinued it. Oh,
Oh.
that is awful when that happens.
I really hate it when things discontinue or people discontinue things that are popular. It's like my iced tea debacle. Remember that?
Yeah.
I was so upset.
Starbucks, your sweaty water.
Oh no, that was another thing. That was okay.
different.
There's two drinks that have been discontinued that have made me super mad. So I used to go to Starbucks and get I think it was strawberry green tea iced tea. So it was really good. It had lemonade, strawberry, and green tea mix. It was really good. I really liked it. And Nick and I would call it my sweaty drink because it would always like perspire from the ice melting. So it would be all like covered in water all the time. So Nick would be like, your drink's really sweaty. So it just became sweaty drink. And I loved sweaty drink. And they discontinued it. And I'm like, why? It was so popular and everybody liked it.
It's probably because we started calling it sweaty drink.
Probably. They
Oh, this isn't
probably were like,
marketable anymore.
yeah, they're like, we can't have sweaty drink. And the other beverage that they discontinued was it was an iced tea. It was a green tea with honey in it. So it had low sugar. And I struggle a lot because I really like sweet drinks. So I'm like, oh, this is a healthier alternative. And it's really popular. It's always like selling out in the local grocery stores. And then they discontinued it, but kept all the other flavors.
Ugh,
And I'm like, why?
just rude.
Everyone liked the green tea iced tea with honey. So I'm just like, now I'm just drinking bubbly. So
Had to go mainstream.
yeah, I mean, bubbly's still good. It's just water with bubbles in it. I need to drink bubbles, so that's the only way I can drink stuff now.
Fun fact about carbonated, low-calorie beverages is the CEO of the company recently got a soda stream in his office because he was
Oh.
big into it.
Yeah, I can't go back from bubbles now. I need to have carbonated beverages or I can't drink it. I'll be fussy and be like, no.
Oh. I'll drink
Unless
lukewarm
it's
water out of a faucet.
Oh my
that's
God,
thing.
Nick, no! I have to have things like negative 20 degrees cold
What?
and bubbly. I need to have them ice cold. I don't have anyone drinks anything lukewarm.
Elephant Lady, another question from my Discord. What is possibility of a scrolling bar in the Alchemist crafting menu? I definitely see the appeal of one. Currently, in case you don't know, you can hold Shift or Control while clicking the yellow arrows in any menu you see them, and it'll scroll them faster. Shift a little faster, and then Control super fast. So that's usually enough for people to get around really fast in those menus without a scroll bar. Adenozel, sorry if I butchered your name. I just tried to make an account, got the verification email, and it said it failed, and just to log in, which then said, please log in from mail. What do? I can't log in to the forums either. Go ahead and send us an email, bushwhackersupport@codenameentertainment.com. with the email that you're using and whatever details you can give us about those 2 accounts, and I'll sort you out. Thanks for mentioning it. Also, if you do have any issues like this, I guess you couldn't make an in-game ticket, but we'll answer your emails for sure. Forging a Heart says, can I suggest the Horse of a Different Color from Wizard of Oz movie as a mount? It would be cool if every time you change maps or any transition, the mount would change color. Or it could be as a pet. That's neat. That's a fun.
That is a nice idea.
Very cool. Thank you for the suggestion. Vertical walls. Sorry, just catching up on my questions. Big discussion. Wisdom over beauty. Hi, all peeps. Nick, do you remember the convo about the eye color? I did answer that one. Yeah, I'll check if that's... I don't think it's on the list. I'll double check. If you can't change it already in the customization options, I'll poke around and see what it would take to let you choose your eye color there. That's when you open up your brown bag inventory and hit the gear next to your avatar. That gives you options like changing your shirt and hair. I feel like eye color should be there, but it might not be. Wisdom over beauty. Do we get no answers, or is it just Nick and Georgia chatting? We were chatting. That was... Don't get us talking about video games in any capacity.
Or space.
Or space. Or space conspiracies. Or spaceships. Elephant Lady, I'm looking at the site. This is for Clip Studio Paint, Georgia. And there are 5 different downloads. Which one are you using, Georgia?
Let me double check that. Hang on. Clip Studio.
Elephant Lady says you can change eye color in the customization profile option. So I do hope that answers your question, Wisdom over beauty.
Okay. So, Elephant Lady was asking?
Yes.
Are you in the area where it says free trial for up to 6 months and latest version for licensed owners?
We'll find out. The stream's about, I don't know, 10 seconds behind broadcast, something like that.
Oh, gotcha.
She says yes.
Yes?
They say yes.
Okay. So, I was a licensed owner. And let me click on the link that my friend sent me originally for this. So let me see here. Download. I think I went to buy actually. Yes. So I went up to. I think you're in the free trial area. Let me see. Are you in the free trial area? No. This is weird. Okay. So at the top there should be 2 big buttons saying free trial and buy. And I went to the buy area. So there are 2 options there when you click on that say Clip Studio Paint Pro and Clip Studio Paint EX. So I got EX because it also has manga, comics, and animation, which I do comics and animation on my own time. But if you're just doing character art, concept art, and illustrations, Clip Studio Paint Pro is perfect. I would recommend doing a free trial, though, of course. So if you click on the free trial button at the top, the side by, you have Windows, Galaxy, Mac OS, iPad, and iPhone. So you just click whatever you would be using it for. And it's just basically a free trial for up to 6 months. And if you like it, then you can go to the buy option and buy whichever version you think you would like. Like I said, if you're just going to be doing drawing and illustrations, Clip Studio Paint Pro is probably your best bet because it's cheaper. But yeah, it's pretty simple, I think, after that, just to run the installer and follow the instructions. There's some instructions below. Um,
Cool. I hope that helps, Elephant Lady.
mhm.
Best
Yeah,
of luck in your
definitely.
artly pursuits.
Yeah, definitely do the free trial first, just to see if you like it. Because you can have 6 months to play around with it and be like, this is for me, or maybe not. Saves you money if it's not for you. But if you do like it, which I love it, and I know most of my art friends who use it love it, then like I said, if you go to buy and you go to the Paint Pro, you can get it for $50 US. And then you can also wait for it to go on sale, so then you could get it for $25. I think it's 25 American. I can't remember what I paid because I paid in Canadian, but and I got the more expensive one. But
Thanks for that tutorial, Georgia.
for sure.
So we have less than a minute left. Quickly, Arcane Vengeance says, I would love to see if we could get categories in our home instance decor items. That would make it easier to find holiday themes and stuff like that. That is on my to-do, to add categories to your ranch inventory and also a search bar to the ranch store. I just haven't had the time to get that in there. KikiBW, you've posted suggestions on the forum if we can have more sorting options for the splicing station. I'll be sure to read those. Thank you for posting. Hi, clammed hand. Are you canned hand? That's funny. Welcome. We're just about to wrap up here, so hello, goodbye. Anything else you want to say, Georgia, before we do the outro?
Nope. I think I'm pretty good. I finished the picture, so that'll be up on the website for everybody. Decided to do the flying reindeer pet. That was one of the most recent. Actually, it's still on right now. The training pet packs, right? Yeah.
Until noon tomorrow.
So I decided to do one of those guys. Yeah, we'll have one more stream before the office closes.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, next week will be the last one for a little bit, and I'll see if I can find another Christmassy themed pet and or mount to do for that.
I want a polar bear.
You want a polar bear? I could do a polar bear.
Whatever you do is fine. That's just first thing that came to my mind. All right then. That's all we have time for today. Thank you all for tuning in. It was a pleasure to hear from each of you. I hope you enjoyed our discussion, our updates, and the showcase. Please stay tuned for the new drawing sheet. It'll be uploaded to the media page, and we'll post on social, Facebook and Twitter. We would love to see your submissions. We'll showcase them next week, and then we'll showcase next week's coloring page in the new year, I guess. Whoa. Thank you, as always, Georgia. Great work on the sketch. Looks great.
Thank you for being a wonderful co-host.
Thank you. Thank you, Sasha, for monitoring the chat. And the whole streaming crew at Codename Entertainment, including Dylan, Margaret, Sean, David, Erica, and then Erica and Kat, who do their own streaming segment for Crusaders as well. All right. Be kind, be safe, and we'll talk to everyone later. Bye.
Bye, guys.